Hey everybody, so I just wanted to preface this video by saying sorry for the late upload. We lost power for a minute there, and obviously when we don't have power I can't edit anything, so that kind of threw my whole schedule for a loop. So I just wanted to say sorry about that and enjoy the video. What's up everybody? So as promised, we are going to be working on the Subaru. So it just so happens that today the weather is absolute garbage. All the cars are covered in ice. I cleaned off the Avenger, not so much the Cavalier. And everything is slippery. So the garage door is going to stay shut for today, and we're going to see if we can warm it up a little bit in here. But anyway, let's get the engine on the stand and start working on it. Well, that's enough of the time lapse. We've got a bit of a problem. This residue right there. I'm not entirely sure what that is. And turning the engine over manually seems rather inconsistent. It's harder to turn in some areas and easier to turn in others. I took the spark plugs out, which from my understanding should free this up to pretty much be relatively easy to turn. Not really easy, but relatively. But let me show you. So it's a moderate amount of pressure, and then it gets hard to push right here. It's still kind of difficult. And then it goes back to being like moderately easy. And then it just becomes way too easy for that turn. Like that. And then back to being relatively difficult again. So that's a problem. Also, look at that. That's way too sparkly. So something is fried. I'm not entirely sure what it is. But as always, any help would be appreciated down in the comments if you know what's going on. So I'm thinking I'm going to tear it down a little bit farther and see if we can't figure out what the problem is. The last time this engine was in the car, it did this. And obviously that doesn't sound very good. Again, I'm at a loss, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Alright, so my video around about here kind of dropped off audio, so I'm not sure what happened there, but right now I'm just kind of giving it a once over on the engine. Most of these tubes need to be replaced. The wiring harness needs to be reloomed. I'm kind of just going over every part of it here that needs to be either replaced or repaired in some fashion. These tubes on the end here really need to be replaced because the edges are starting to break off. The wiring loom needs to be redone at this end. This particular area here, I need to make sure that I get new cables entirely because I'm not sure that those connections are still viable. This here is a little bit of corrosion or roughness on the edges of this block that I'm not entirely sure. I can't really identify. It almost looks like it was rusty, but I honestly can't tell for sure. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on here. This is about the time that my buddy Jesse shows up. He had offered to help me out with taking apart the block and everything because I'm so new to it, and he works at a dealership, so he offered to help come over and take a look at it with me. Here we're looking over the heads. The head bolts are in a very odd position from the cars that I'm usually working on, so we have to remove the entire cam in order to get to them. So that makes this process a little bit more difficult because I don't have a cam gear wrench or holder, so I have to order one of those. But we're just kind of inspecting the cams and everything here, and it all looks pretty good. No scoring or anything, so these should be still fine to use. And here we're trying to get a good look at the cylinder walls. You can kind of see on that cylinder there where there is a bit of oil on the cylinder wall that's not being scraped away by the piston, which leads me to believe that it's probably not making good enough contact with the cylinder wall. I know it's supposed to have a pretty good fit there. And on this one, you can kind of see a little bit of scoring or scratching vertically on the cylinder wall. I'm trying to get as best of an angle as I can on this, and it's very difficult. but you can kind of make it out right there. Fortunately, it looks like the other side is still pretty much in good condition. We can't really tell on the side closest to us, but we're going to have to take the heads off anyway, so we'll be looking into that a little bit more when we take those heads off and we have a little bit of a better angle on this. So we tore down the engine most of the way. Currently, we still need to pull the heads on it. We ran into a little bit of a problem with getting the camshafts out, so I'm gonna have to actually get a tool for that and come back to that at a later time. But we're thinking that it's possible that a ring or something on one of the pistons is not sitting quite right, or blown or something like that, because it doesn't seem to be making a fully. It doesn't seem to be making a full seal in the cylinder wall. So we're going to take it apart. We're going to probably get a rebuild kit and start on that. That's obviously going to be at a later time because I honestly can't afford that right now. But I will be working on this a lot more over the next couple of months. But hopefully we will be able to get this running this summer and be making turbo noises all up and down Woodward. So I'm going to head in and we are going to open up a little present that I got for myself. So I got a present for myself a couple of days ago in the mail, and it's finally here, so let's check it out. Alright, so I got the mysterious Amazon packaging. Let's open this bad boy up. Oh yes. Oh yeah. That's what's up. Oh, would you look at that? Alright, so this is the 1/2-inch drive Ryobi impact wrench. I'm very excited to finally own one of these. Oh yeah. Don't need that anymore. I've wanted one of these ever since I started working on my car and going to the junkyard and stuff like that. Comes with the charger and battery in this really cool carrying case. It's very difficult to do with one hand, but this kit comes with a battery, a charger, and the main attraction, the gun itself. Oh yeah. Got those tri-beam LEDs on the front that come on automatically when you're impacting stuff on or off. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm not too big into tool reviews as a thing, but I might give this a quick 5-minute overview at a junkyard or something like that while we're taking off parts of rusty cars that have been sitting forever. But anyway, that's it for today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day, guys.